What's good, you guys? What's good, YouTube? It's been a little minute since we met up here at this specific spot, the charging station. Last time I made a video, I was out the country. Usually, I miss the opportunity to do a shot while I'm out the country for this channel specifically, but this time I did do that, and after that, I kind of just took a break because it just felt like I was putting out too much quantity but not enough quality. Like when I didn't have nothing to really talk about specifically, I would just kind of record it, which brought me to about 103 videos or so. And at the end of the day, it didn't really bring me no more than 6 views, which I think 1-2 of them were me watching it from another one of my channel possibly. But most importantly, it didn't bring me any subscribers. So I just kind of, it kind of took me back a little bit, where I just wanted to basically find some quality, which, I don't know how to go about that. I do have the microphone, and I'm never in a position to use it. Well, I've been in a position, but it's not something I think about when I'm leaving the house. Yeah, so I'm trying to find a difference as well, where when I plug it and then I upload the video, how can I make it sound better? So that's still something to work on. I'm not really gonna be down on myself about it. Like I said, this is like the clouds for me. Like, I just save it to the cloud, and it's public, so it has its par. So yeah. But on a brighter note, though, this is one more weekend to my trip. This upcoming Thursday night, I should be at the landing at the airport, leaving the airport around this time. I'll be in one of my favorite countries that I frequent to. So that I'm looking forward to. There's nothing left to do but to do the things that I want to do. So therefore, when the opportunity comes, I will take it. I just got back, actually. Tuesday marked a week since I've been back, and today's Friday. So and 2 weeks later, I'm right back up, and I'm back out. So I don't know if it's gonna. Obviously, it's not every day I'm gonna be able to leave every 2 weeks, because I got things to do here. I don't want to abandon my responsibility here, but I was able to squeeze it in because there's something I'm trying to put in order. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna close the door on it or if I'm gonna pursue it. And in order to do that, I have to be there live in action. So I figured, I'm like, all right, let me do it. But what I do hope for, though, is to be in the position to do it more frequent. But I know it's gonna take time, so I don't want to be impatient. I don't want to be impulsive or anything like that. But while I'm out there, I'm gonna try my best to make the content. I'm gonna get the content going. For example, I got about a 4-hour drive Saturday morning out there. It's probably a bunch of back roads. Who knows? I hardly even drive out there, so it's gonna be something outside of my comfort zone. Not necessarily the driving part, but driving in another country where there's a lot of potential of getting pulled over and being extorted, all kinds of things. But I'm praying. I enjoy the journey as well, so I hope it's smooth. And I hope that I keep my head on the swivel, where I don't have to get into anything that unnecessary. But yeah, it's exciting. It's something worth living for. It's purposeful, so it falls right under everything that I stand for right now. So that's the plan. And right now I'm kind of charging, but it's not the end of my day by no stretch of the imagination. Today was a little bit, it was a little bit of a step up. No, I mean, misstep, I would say, because usually the goal was to take it straight through from this morning to down, but I was really tired, man, because I've been doing a lot. Just keeping up with my first job and trying to squeeze this one in, squeeze as much out of it as I can. And just the tour days at my job too. It's not easy. You think you go thinking it is, but then you come to realize it's not. Weed pack. You come to realize it's not so. You would have thought you were finding some money out here, right? But nah. But I don't know. I may do some props with that. You never know. But anyways, it's not that. So we just out here trying to keep it all together. Like I'd hate to say, I took a vacation and I slept most of it. Like, I'm not even happy when what you call it. I had to read a text real quick, so my bad. And we do this with no edits, so no edits. But yeah. I'm not, what's the word? I'm not very satisfied with being on vacation and not being on my purpose, the reason why I went out there for. So I'm trying to do my due diligence by cutting off things that doesn't serve the purpose, because we want to be out there enjoying ourselves in the flesh. Like, I don't know no better way to say this, because the typical destination I'm going to, it's already preconceived, prejudged as a sex tourist destination, right? And early on, I was very sexually deprived that, hey, it was a perfect combo. I was hearing that the girls was more feminine, more cooperative, and so forth and so on. But at the same time, things are cheaper. It's just fun, dating is cool. So all of that wrapped in once. Why wouldn't any man want to go there? But at the same time, it's a quick burnout, man. It's a quick burnout. So we're just here trying to figure it out. Let me check on the car, because I have limited time, because I want to go back out to drive, but at the same time I do not want to be responsible for coming back here to charge the car more. So I'll probably run it down to about 80% and then call it a night, because it is what it is. Sometimes you're gonna hit the mark, and sometimes you're gonna hit below the mark. I do believe once I get paid Friday, it will help me get through what I need to do. So that's why I need to focus on what this trip is about, because every trip cannot just be about winging it, basically just hitting up a bunch of randoms and see who shows up. Because one thing we're dealing with women, whether it's here or anywhere around the country, they are going to flake. They are going to flake. So that's why this 4-hour drive is like, I didn't mention that it was about going to meet a girl, but it has its incentive with a girl tied up into it. A lot of things, man. As men, we don't we don't do anything without a woman being involved. But can this one potentially flop on me? Well, she has initially. The last trip I went there, she was the first initial flop. The ultimate. I wouldn't say that, because I was the one kind of like thinking it way too. I thought it thoroughly, while she was more like wasn't sure. You get what I'm saying? But the more we talked, and she got a little jealous seeing me with another chick in another country. I just showed myself a little bit more. She was just like, oh, I want parts. All right, so here we are. I was just like, you know what? While it's still fresh and still a thought, let me just pull up and see what's to it. Because initially, too, the second trip was supposed to be split between going to that country and going there, but I wound up staying in one place because, sometimes you need a little bit more time there to figure it all out. So that's what ended up happening. Long story short, I'm just making it up because I did promise I was coming, and then when the time came, because conversation fell off and she have known to flop before, I didn't go. But this time, it's strictly, we're either going to meet. Obviously, I'm going to do my part and basically boss up and man up and drive 4 hours. And once I'm there, there's no excuses. It's not 1 day, but it's 2 days. And an entire day. Like, I'll be there a whole weekend, and I've been repeating it. So it is what it is. And then I'm either going to cross it off, or I'm going to put a check next to it and continue what needs to be done. But all right, we're not going to make this too long. If anything, I'll start a part 2. But, we just want to make it easy enough to upload. So we're going to stop it right here. Thanks for tuning in, following up with me. And I hope this reaches you, man. Interesting stuff going on. I love the dialogue. I love the conversation. Hopefully one day, man, there'll be a community that we could talk and plan these kind of things, man. It's a solo traveler. It's I'm over here touching these things, and I just wash my hands thoroughly because it's nasty out here. But peace. Catch you on the next one.